What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Sunday morning episode of the Daily Juice podcast with me, Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all of my socials at Sports Talk Matt, and we are back. Well, kind of. Everything's a mess in my house. I'm not set up at all. The camera downstairs, the room is not set up. It's a whole problem. So we are upstairs here in my house for this Sunday episode of the Daily Juice podcast. I will be back with you guys later this morning, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, for Week 3 NFL live stream. Terrell Furman will stop on by. He'll be the guest with me, or the co-host with me, for Week 3 on the BettingPros YouTube channel. We'll go through a bunch of picks and plays, and I've got a bunch of leans in games I'm watching, like Patriots Steelers. I'm watching where that number is going to go. I'm watching where the Packers number is going to go. There's a bunch of games I'm watching. The Chargers and the Broncos, bunch of games. Those are not games on the Juice podcast for today, but those are games I'm going to be watching closely to see what we're going to wind up doing today. So join us noon Eastern time, 9 a.m. Pacific time for Week 3 NFL live stream on the BettingPros YouTube channel. Yesterday, good yesterday. 4-0. We sweep the board. 4-0, 4 units up for us. Oklahoma was a miracle. I'm not going to lie. You get a safety there at the end of the game. Absolute gift. Miami, never a doubt. KU, never a doubt. Nebraska, Michigan, never a doubt. Those 3 bets were the 3 best bets of the day. We go up 4-0. Now, here's the fun thing. So Monday, Tuesday, we lose 7 units. What have we done since? We've won 7 units. Okay? So we lose 7 units. We've won 7 units. We hit Sunday, and we are flat. I dug us out of the hole. We're flat. Now, we're heading into the weekend or into Sunday with the whole week riding on Sunday. Is that a good thing? Not normally, but we'll see how we wind up doing. Normally, on a 4-0 Saturday, I go like 2-3 on Sunday. Just FYI as to how we normally roll with the way things are going to go. But if you want to make your own bets, picks, and plays, and you want to do it with BettingPros Premium, well, then why not go and upgrade and get 6 free months, a $75 value with BettingPros Premium? How to do that? Well, it's pretty easy. Make a deposit and place a wager at a partner sportsbook. And if you do that, we will give you 6 months of access to BettingPros Premium, which is the Sharp AI, betting systems, the prop bet cheat sheet, the prop bet analyzer, same game parlay builder, and more. All the tools that we have available are yours for free for 6 months if you make a deposit and place a wager at a partner sportsbook. To go and claim that, go to upgrade at bettingpros.com/premium. That's bettingpros.com/premium. Okay, I've given you 2 bets already for today. We hit when we bet on, what do we do? Wednesday. On Wednesday, I gave you Thursday, and then I gave you other bets for the weekend. Well, just a refresh as to what we have played already. Dallas and Chicago over 49.5. Now, why? Again, injuries to the secondary. Both defenses can't stop anybody. Dallas will be able to move the football at will. I think the Cowboys win the game outright, but just bet the over, Cowboys and the Bears. I'm stunned that it's only at 50 at the moment, to be quite honest. There's a thought, I guess, that the Cowboys will stop the Bears, but they're going to be down Diggs and Bland, and they're banged up. Cowboys secondary is banged up. That's not good. And you know the Bears will be playing for their life coming up here today. Second bet, Packers laying 1.5, tease down from 7.5, and the Chiefs at a pick, pull it down to 6. Packers 1.5, Chiefs pick there for -123. Go ahead and jump in with that 2-leg teaser. You could do alternative spreads, whatever you got to do to get down to an even. The Chiefs beat the Giants, and the Packers to win, cover that. Look, the Packers game, here are some crazy stats for this Packers game. Matt LaFleur, he is 17-6 ATS in September, including 8-1 against the spread in true road games since 2019. The Packers are 17-3 ATS with their first 3 games of the season since 2019. That's the best of any team. However, and this is why I teased it, LaFleur has closed as a favorite of 6 points or more 28 times as the coach of the Packers. His teams are 25-3 straight up. However, they're just 16-12 against the number, and on the road, they're just 2-5 against the spread. So they win, but they don't cover. So that's why I like the Packers, tease them down, -1.5 for the Packers. And then on the other side, I just can't see the Chiefs going 0-3. I just can't. I mean, take whatever stats and thoughts and theories, whatever you want. I cannot see the Chiefs going 0-3. Just doesn't make any sense to me. So Chiefs to win the game against the Giants. They find a way to win to get into the win column. Chiefs pick Packers -1.5. Now, if you guys haven't noticed or checked out Hard Rock Bet as of yet, why not? Go ahead and do so. The title sponsor of the Daily Juice podcast, Hard Rock Bet. It's week 3. If you haven't tried your first bet out on Hard Rock Bet, there's still time to go get $150 in bonus bets. If you win, just place a $5 bet, and if it hits, you not only get the winnings, but you also get $150 in bonus bets. Also, if you want to see what other people are betting on from now to this weekend, Hard Rock Bet has the app that can show you trending parlays, the most player prop bet, top picked upsets, and more. Download the app. All this info is just one tap away. Hard Rock Bet has new promos going on throughout the entire week for NFL profit boosts for games on Sunday and on Monday. Remember that Hard Rock Bet is the only legal sports book in the state of Florida, and it's also available in Arizona, Ohio, New Jersey, Indiana, Tennessee, Virginia, Illinois, and Colorado. More states signing on all the time. Head on over to Hard Rock Bet and sign up and make your first deposit today. All right, let's talk about the Jets. I'm going to buy this number up to 7, okay? Now, I already got it at 7, but I'm telling you guys to buy it up. Go to 7, okay? Don't lose this bet because it falls 7. Jets on the road against Tampa. I know it's Tyrod Taylor, okay? I fully understand that it's Tyrod Taylor, but Baker Mayfield is without 3 starting offensive linemen in this game coming up against the Jets, okay? Really tough. Baker Mayfield, this is his 11th start on short rest since 2020. They do score a lot in the wake of these things, but when you combine the short week, the Jets are desperate at 0-2, the fact that the Bucs are banged up with their offensive line, and the fact that Baker Mayfield, since he's been drafted number 1 by the Browns as a favorite, is only converting 39% of the time against the spread. That's brutal. Baker Mayfield is the 3rd least quarterback against the number of 102 quarterbacks that have played since he's been drafted into the NFL. That is not good at all. It is a tough situation, but winless road underdogs like the Jets cover 59% of the time in the last 2 decades, including going 14-5 against the spread last season. So Baker Mayfield, I love Baker, but how about this stat? Action Network pointed this out. The Bucs are 2-0 straight up, but they've won both games in weeks 1 and week 2 by 3 points or less. Since 2000, 15 teams won games in the first 2 weeks by 3 points or less in both games. In week 3, they're 4-11 straight up and 4-11 against the number, including going 1-5 straight up over the last decade. Give me the 7 points. I think the Jets can keep it close with their defense. I think it's a low-scoring game. I think Baker Mayfield may struggle here. I like the Jets at +7. Jets +7. I bought it up -135. You can get it for 130. 1.35 units down on that. I think the Jets at +7. You only pay the juice if you lose. Now, speaking of backup quarterbacks, let's talk about Washington and the Raiders. Good chance that Marcus Mariota is the quarterback for the Commanders here today with Jaden Daniels' injury. I doubt they're going to have him do this. But this is wild. There's some really bad numbers for the Raiders here as they go from a West Coast team to the East Coast in the regular season, and they just Look, you go East Coast, West Coast, East Coast for the Raiders. That's really not going to be easy at all for them to do this. And frankly, what I saw out of Geno Smith last week was awful. I mean, just absolutely awful. Dan Quinn with a backup quarterback. I fully understand that this is not a great situation for the Commanders to go into it, but the Raiders' offense, really bad. Teams that go on the road after scoring no touchdowns in their previous game are 49 and 86 straight up in the last decade. That's 36%. That number drops to 26% when the road team is also an underdog. 26 and 76 straight up teams there. Look, I liked what the Raiders did in week 1, but in week 2, it all fell apart against the Commanders, and I think the offensive line for the Raiders is bad. It's not average. It's bad right now, and this defensive front for Washington, I think, is going to go out there and eat. I don't like Geno Smith in this game. I think he throws a pick. I think you can go ahead and say yes for a pick with Geno Smith. You want a prop bet for this game, but I just think if it is Jaden Daniels, this number is going to skyrocket, but I don't think it's going to be Jaden Daniels. I'm going to lay the 3 points. Washington -3 to beat the Raiders here today. And finally, we go to the Seahawks, which if you're looking for another game that everybody is teasing this game huge. New Orleans is awful. Spencer Rattler has made 8 starts in the NFL. He's 0-8 straight up. I mean, that's brutal. Spencer Rattler is trying to become, he'll need 2 more losses to go 0-10 since 1990. Brody Croyle, the former Alabama quarterback, was the last quarterback to open up 0-10 in his career. Look, I think Seattle at home against the Saints, I know they've not been covering much at all, and that's got a lot of people worried. But how about Sam Darnold? When he's been favored by 7 points or more 3 times in his career, he's won all 3 games, and he has covered 2 of those 3 games. Darnold, when he's been 6 points or higher as a starter, is 6-0 straight up. And in those games, he is 5-1 against the number. It's hard to play against Seattle, but I do understand that Seattle, going on the road, now coming back home, it's tough, but it's the Saints. Everyone's teasing it down. I'm just going to lay the 7 points. I don't think the Saints have anything for it here on the road. I like Seattle. I'll lay the 7. Seahawks -7 for 1.1 units. So our plays for today: Dallas over 49.5. Packers teased down to 1.5. Pick for Kansas City. Jets +7 on the road against Tampa. Washington laying 3 at home against the Raiders. And Seattle laying 7 at home against the Saints. I'll have more picks and props for you guys on the live stream at noon Eastern time when Terrell Furman joins me later on today on the YouTube channel for BettingPros. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me across all my socials at Sports Talk Matt every morning, wherever you guys get your podcasts. It is the Daily Juice.